In the belly of the pearl, just a boy in the line, smelling of bilge and the cheap navy wine. I hauled on the sheets till my bleeding hands swore that I'd never be broken by the king anymore. The masters in velvet, they count up their gold while we're packed like the cattle in the dock of the hold. But there's a storm in my chest and a fire in my eye and a name they'll be screaming before I shall die. I watch the press gangs in the shadow of night, dragging the weak from the warm tavern light. They call it a service, they call it a pride, but it's just a slow death on a merciless tide. I'm a shadow in Bristol, a ghost in the rain, waiting for someone to loosen the chain. Edward was quiet and Edward was small, but the shadow he's casting is covering all. The tide is turning, the rope is burning, a different lesson we're all gonna be learning. Born in the mud of a Bristol slum, drinking the dregs and the bitterest rum. The king owns the land and the king owns the sea, but he'll never own a devil like me. A black flag is rising in the mist of the bay, and the shadow of Bristol is walking away. Oh, hey, watch the sky, a new kind of monster is passing you by. Farewell to the quay, I'm taking my chances with the ghosts of the sea. Let the lords have their titles and the merchants their trade. I'll find my own fortune at the tip of a blade. I was a sailor, a servant, a slave. Now I'm the master of the wind and the wave. The world's gonna tremble, the world's gonna shake when they see the red path that I'm starting to make. Slum, drinking the dregs and the bitterest rum. The king owns the land and the king owns the sea, but he'll never own a devil like me. A black flag is rising in the mist of the bay, and the shadow of Bristol is walking away. Oh, hey, watch the sky, a new kind of monster is passing you by. Edward is dead. Call me Teach. She was a lily white flower of France lads, but we've painted her red. Pride, and we stuffed 40 cannons in her hollowed outside. Now the Concorde is buried in a coffin of tar. We've raised up the black and we followed the star. She's a monster of timber, she's a demon of oak, and her breath is the thunder and the sulphurous smoke. Hey! Hey! with a grin on his face, the master of chaos, the king of disgrace. He's renamed the ship and he's renamed the world with every dark banner that we have unfurled. So fill up your glasses and drink to the wood that carries the bastards who misunderstood that the ocean is ours and the law is a lie and the queen is the only thing lighting the sky. Oh, she's the queen and revenge, the pride of the deep, a nightmare for all of the sinners who sleep through the wind and the waves. She's a beast on the run with the heart of a pirate and the mouth of a gun. Say a prayer for your soul if you cross in her way, for the queen is a hunting for her quarry today. Oh, hey, strike the bell. She's a one-way ticket to the seventh hell. Hey. She's a beauty, ain't she? Hey! 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 She's a beauty, ain't she? Deep in the cabin where the shadows all dance, he's leaving his life and his name to a chance. He's braiding the darkness, he's braiding the dread. With hemp and with sulfur, he's crowning his head. A match for the wick and a spark for the soul. The man is disappearing in a charcoal hole. Don't look at his eyes, they're the windows to hell, where the secrets of Davy Jones's locker all dwell. He steps on the deck in a cloud of white smoke, with a grin that can turn any man to a joke. The fuses are hissing, the embers are bright, a demon born out of the thick of the night. The boarding axe glimmers, the pistols are six. He's playing the devil with all of his tricks. You think it's a man that you're going to fight. It's the king of the nightmares, the thief of the light. Sizzle and spark, watch out. Light up the dark, watch out. The devil is leaving his terrible mark. Slow burning fuses around a Blackbeard, the sight that every bastard has feared. A halo of fire, a mask made of smoke. The heart of a captain is easily broke. He don't need a sword to make you all kneel, just a terror that's stronger than cold bitter steel. Oh, hey, the smoke is rising, a demon of brimstone, the gallows despising. Look at him, he's burning. The man is on fire. The merchant is trembling, the sailors all pray. They'd rather be drowned than to face him today. He doesn't say much, just a tilt of his head, while the sulphurous halo is glowing in red. Is it magic or madness? Is it heaven or gall? It's the theater of terror, the end of us all. He's more than a pirate, he's more than a thief. He's the god of the ocean, the master of grief. Slow burning fuses around a Blackbeard, the sight that every bastard has feared. A halo of fire, a mask made of smoke. The heart of a captain is easily broke. He don't need a sword to make you all kneel. Just a terror that's stronger than cold bitter steel. How high the smoke is rising, a demon of brimstone, the gallows despising. Now, give me the keys. Doorstep, and she's got a fever. Eight ships are sitting in the mouth of the bay, and nobody's leaving for a year and a day. The Queen Anne is grinning, her cannons are out, while the mayor is shaking with a shudder of doubt. We don't want your silver, we don't want your silk, we don't want your honey or your lily white milk. My boys have the shivers, the flux and the pain, and they're tired of rotting in the salt and the rain. The flag of the skeleton is high on the mast. The time for your talking is long in the past. We've taken your merchants, we've taken your pride, and we've got your councilmen locked up inside. You've got 48 hours to open the chest and give my poor bastards a bit of a rest. If the mercury's missing, if the medicine's late, I'll burn every house at the edge of your gate. Where is the chest? Ring it! Where is the cure? Ring it! The fever is rising, of that we are sure. We're the blockade of Charlestown, the lords of the bar. We're the kings of the harbor, the smoke and the tar. Give us the physic, the salve and the lime, or watch as your city's running out of time. It's a pirate's reform, it's a mercury tax, while the gallows are waiting for the kings to relax. Oh, hey, bring out the gear. The doctor is coming in the cloud of fear. Move it, you dainty little governor. The captain's losing his patience. They're frantic in slippers, they're frantic in lace, trying to save every bit of their face. A chest full of glass and a chest full of verbs, while the shadow of teach is haunting their curbs. The ransom is simple, the bargain is fair, for the life of a sailor is a weight they can't bear. We'll sail with the tide when the medicine's on, and leave you to weep in the light of the dawn. We're the blockade of Charlestown, the lords of the bar. We're the kings of the harbor, the smoke and the tar. Give us the physic, the salve and the lime, or watch as your city is running out of time. It's a pirate's reform, it's a mercury tax, while the gallows are waiting for the kings to relax. Oh, hey, bring out the gear. The doctor is coming in a cloud of fear. Mercury tastes like victory. Now, let him go. The sea has stopped breathing. Something is coming. Where the hemp rope groans, I'm watching the mist and the salt-bleached bones. The stars have gone blind and the moon is a lie, a hole in the velvet of a dead man's sky. There's a shadow on the water, a ripple in the dark. It doesn't have a sail and it doesn't have a spark. It's a shape without a name, it's a hunger in the deep, moving through the places where the drowned men sleep. The rats have gone quiet in the belly of the ship. They've tasted the iron on the ocean's lip. I see a pale fire flickering low where the currents of the abyss begin to flow. It's the sign of the sulfur, the mark of the beast, preparing the table for a terrible feast. Don't look at the waves, don't look at the foam. The things in the water are calling us home. Cold is the breath, old is the death. Something is spinning a terrible web. Oh, the watchman's omen is written in grey, in the ghost of the light at the end of the day. A shiver in the timber, a chill in the bone. The captain is talking to the silence alone. The ocean is holding her breath for the strike of a monster the world has never seen like. Oh, hey, the fog is thick. The heart of the sailor is turning sick. Lighting the fuses, I can smell the brimstone in the mist. It's not just the weather, it's not just the tide, it's the darkness the teacher's carrying inside. He's summoned the spirits, he's broken the seal, and now the nightmare is starting to feel real. The omen is heavy, the omen is black. We're sailing a path and there's no turning back. Lock all the hatches and pray for the dawn, but the sun has forgotten the ship and the spawn. Oh, the watchman's omen is written in grey, in the ghost of the light at the end of the day. A shiver in the timber, a chill in the bone. The captain is talking to the silence alone. The ocean is holding her breath for the strike of a monster the world has never seen like. Oh, hey, the fog is thick. The heart of the sailor is turning sick. He's awake. Keep your eyes on the horizon and your hands off the lock. Always, Captain, my hands are exactly where you need them. I am the fire and I am the smoke, the master of terror, the god of the joke. I steer through the lightning, I dance in the gale, with 1,000 dead sailors to tell of my tale. But even a demon needs someone to count the silver, the gold, than the bloody amount. So I keep you beside me, you shadow of greed, to water the garden and plant every seed. You are the theater, you are the show, but I am the one who makes everything go. I sharpen the cutlass and measure the lead. I keep all the bastards from losing their head. While you're burning fuses and screaming at ghosts, I'm counting the powder along of the coast. You're the face of the devil, the king of the night, but I am the hand that is holding the light. We're tied to the mast, the die has been cast. The shadows are long and the morning is past. Oh, the devil's quartermaster is weighing the sin before all the chaos and carnage begin. One is the fury, the other the cold, a bargain of iron and a bargain of gold. We're sailing to hell on a ship made of lies, with the dust of the dead in our pirate eyes. Ho! Hey! Turn the wheel, one for the brimstone and one for the steel. I'll give you the time. We're partners in madness and partners in crime. We'll bleed the Atlantic until it is dry, and laugh at the heavens when we're going to die. The captain is king, but the quartermaster knows where every last drop of the Red River flows. Oh, the devil's quartermaster is weighing the sin before all the chaos and carnage begin. One is the fury, the other the cold, a bargain of iron and a bargain of gold. We're sailing to hell on a ship made of lies, with the dust of the dead in our pirate eyes. Ho! Hey! Turn the wheel, one for the brimstone and one for the steel. Watch your step, Israel. I've still got a bullet for your knee. Blow out the candles, lads! Let's see who the devil likes best tonight! On the table and the door is double barred. The captain's looking crazy and the captain's looking scarred. He's grinning in the darkness with a pistol in each hand, the maddest bloody sailor in the whole of Maryland. Sit down, he cries, and fill your cup, we're having us a feast, before we're all invited to the belly of the beast. He's humming something wicked as he crawls beneath the board, while we're sitting frozen praying to a silent lord. The air is thick with sulfur and the smell of dirty feet. I'd rather be in battle or rotting in the streets. Then click goes the hammer and click goes the lock. The cabin starts to tremble like a ship upon a rock. A toasty shout from under where the shadows like to play, to the man who lives to see the light of Saturday. And then the world explodes in a flash of lead and fire, as the polka music rises like a frantic drunken choir. Don't you flinch, no! Don't you move, no! He's got a point he wants to prove. It's Teach Tea Party, the craziest in town, where the drinks are all upturned and the ships are going down. A bullet in the shin bone and a laugh in the dark, lit by the burning of a pistol's dying spark. We're dancing with the madness, we're sitting in the smoke, while the captain thinks that carnage's a stupid bloody joke. Ho! Hey! Watch your knee! The best ghost story on the seven seas. Oh! shut my hat. The smoke is clearing slowly and the candles are relit. The captain's on his chair again, he doesn't mind a bit. He's checking on his priming and he's wiping off the soot, while someone's limping badly on a very bloody foot. If I didn't kill a one of you from time to time, he said, you'd forget I was the monster that you're carrying in your head. So pour another round, boys, and wipe away the tears. We've survived another party with the king of privateers. It takes tea party, the craziest in town, where the drinks are all upturned and the ships are going down. A bullet in the shin bone and a laugh in the dark, lit by the burning of a pistol's dying spark. We're dancing with the madness, we're sitting in the smoke, while the captain thinks the carnage is a stupid bloody joke. Oh, hey, watch your knee, the best ghost story on the seven seas. Same time tomorrow, gentlemen. Same time tomorrow, gentlemen. The dunes are all silver under the moon, and the wind hums a soft North Carolina tune. The Queen is at anchor in the shallow and blue, giving some rest to a God-forsaken crew. No cannons are calling, no cutlasses swing, just the sound of the crickets and the songs that we sing. We've traded the sulfur for the scent of the pine, and the blood on our hands for the fruit of the vine. The governor's smiling, his pockets are deep, while the law and the hangman are falling asleep. We're ghosts in the inlet, we're shadows in gold, with stories of terror that'll never be told. But teaches us staring out into the black, knowing the devil is on our own track. For a pirate's a bird that can never quite land without leaving a bloody print in the sand. Fire is low, tide is slow, enjoying the peace before we must go. Oh, Ocracoke nights where the water is still and the ocean has lost her cold bitter will. A cup for the living, a sign for the dead, and a soft sandy pillow for a weary old head. We're breathing the air of a freedom unbound, where the noose of the king can never be found. Ho! Hey! Fill up the glass and watch as the ghosts of the Atlantic pass. Do you think they'll let us stay? Just for a while? But the peace is a phantom, a trick of the light. It won't last the morning, it won't last the night. The Navy is coming with iron and hate, to settle the score and to seal up our fate. So drink to the moment and drink to the stars. Forget all the battles and forget all the scars. For Ocracoke Island is a beautiful grave for the kings of the wind and the lords of the waves. the ocean has lost her cold, bitter will. A cup for the living, a sign for the dead, and a soft sandy pillow for a weary old head. We're breathing the air of a freedom unbound, where the noose of the king can never be found. Ho! Hey! Fill up the glass and watch as the ghosts of the Atlantic pass. Sleep now, tomorrow the hunt begins again. I don't care for his legends. I don't care for his smoke. I have a warrant, and I have a rope. Hey! From the James River docks to the Carolina mud, I am tracing a trail that is written in blood. Two sloops in the water, the Jane and the Pearl, with the flag of the Union and King unfurled. He thinks he's a demon, he thinks he's a god, but he's just a thief on the end of a rod. I've stripped off my gold and I've hidden my steel, to show him a terror that's bitter and real. To carry, no weight on the deck, just a hand that is longing to tighten his neck. We'll sail through the shallows where the big ships will fail, and catch the old devil by the tip of his tail. He's feasting on Ocracoke, drunk on his pride, while I am the hunter on the incoming tide. The law is a hammer and I am the blow, to bury the beast in the darkness below. Mark the coordinates, strike! Steady the heart, right! We'll tear the Blackbeard legend apart! Oh, Maynard is coming with a vow in his chest, to put the great terror forever to rest. No mercy for pirates, no pity for crimes. The bells of the Navy are ringing the time. Through the sand and the shoals, by the light of the sun, the reign of the monster is finally done. Oh! We'll put the cold iron in the devil's own mouth. Hey! Hey! The men are all silent, the pistols are dry. We're watching the horizon for a smoke in the sky. He's waiting for thunder, he's waiting for fire, but I am the silence of the gallows tree wire. A look in his eyes when the fuses are spent, and show him the place where the sinners are sent. One head for the governor, one soul for the sea, and the ghost of a pirate for the history. Is coming with a vow in his chest, to put the great terror forever to rest. No mercy for pirates, no pity for crimes. The bells of the Navy are ringing the times. Through the sand and the shoals, by the light of the sun, the reign of the monster is finally done. Ho! Hey! Steer to the south, we'll put the cold iron in the devil's own mouth. fish in a river of red, and the deck is a carpet of the dying and dead. Teach is a shadow in a whirlwind of smoke, with a boarding axe swinging like a heavy oak. He's taken a ball in the shoulder and chest, but the devil inside him won't give him a rest. Is that all you've got? He cries with a grin, while the cold navy iron is biting his skin. Maynard is lunging with the blade in his hand. The law of the sea meets the law of the land. A pistol goes off, bang, right in the face, but the monster of Bristol won't leave his place. He's bleeding from places a man shouldn't have, with no time for prayers and no time for salve. 5 leaden balls are buried in deep, but the king of the pirates has no time for sleep. One for the heart, strike for the head. Why won't the bastard admit that he's dead? 5 bullets, 20 cuts, and a heart made of stone. The wilder the battle, the louder the groan. He's standing on nothing but fury and hate, challenging death at the top of the gate. The water is rising, the spirit is tough, but even the devil has had quite enough. Oh, hey, hey, hack at the bone, the terror is sinking, cold and alone. He's still swinging. Fall down. Damn you! The 20th blade finds a mark in his throat, and the giant is falling at the sight of the boat. He's reaching for pistols with fingers of clay, while the soul of Edward is drifting away. The silence is sudden, the silence is loud, as the smoke wraps his body in a sulphurous shroud. The man is a carcass, the legend is born in the blood-spattered light of a Carolina morn. 5 bullets, 20 cuts, and a heart made of stone. The wilder the battle, the louder the groan. He's standing on nothing but fury and hate, challenging death at the top of the gate. The water is rising, the spirit is tough, but even the devil has had quite enough. Oh, hey, hey, hack at the bone, the terror is sinking, cold and alone. It's done! Get the saw! I want his head! Oh! Hey! Hey!
The war is over, but the ocean, she doesn't forget a face, even if it's missing. The Pearlies are sailing to the north and the cold, with a prize in her rigging that's grisly and bold. No chest full of silver, no barrel of wine, just a tangled black beard and a face full of brine. They've tied him up high where the salt spray is keen, the most terrible lantern the world's ever seen. His eyes are wide open, staring back at the wake, at the path that a demon was forced for to take. But look at the water and look at the foam. Something is following, longing for home. A body king in the grey of the light. Round and round, lost and found, the soul of a pirate can never be bound. Oh, the head on the bowsprit is grinning at the sea, a trophy of iron for the brave and the free. But the body is dancing in the currents below, where the ghosts of the Atlantic are starting to grow. Shake the bell for the captain, so bloody and dead, who couldn't be tamed till they cut off his head. Oh hey, the water is cold, a tale for the young and a curse for the old. He's still watching us, I swear. His eyes just blinked. The governor's waiting with a smile and a pen to welcome the bravest of all of his men. But the head on the timber has the final laugh, for he's only a name on a stone epitaph. The man is a memory, the flesh is a rot, but the terror he planted will never be forgot. The Navy has won, or so they will say, while the headless swimmer is drifting away. Oh, the head on the bowsprit is grinning at the sea, a trophy of iron for the brave and the free. But the body is dancing in the currents below, where the ghosts of the Atlantic are starting to grow. Shake the bell for the captain, so bloody and dead, who couldn't be tamed till they cut off his head. Oh hey, the water is cold, a tale for the young and a curse for the old. He's still swimming, lads. He's still swimming.
The Navy's gone home, the ink on the warrant is dissolved in the foam. They think that they killed him, they think that he's gone, but they've only released him to the light of the dawn. In every dark alley where the rum is poured free, in every white breaker that rolls from the sea, there's a spark in the sulphur, a smoke in the air, and the feeling that Edward is standing right there. He's the chill in the rigging when the wind starts to howl. He's the shadow that follows the merchantman's prow. He doesn't need cannons, he doesn't need lead to rule over those who are living in dread. From the banks of the James to the Caribbean blue, he's haunting the dreams of a cowardly crew. The beard may be silvered by the salt and the years, but he's still the master of all privateers. Is he dead? No. Is he gone? No. He's the fire that carries the legend on. So raise up a glass to the ghost in the mist, the one whom the devil has already kissed. He's sailing forever on a ship made of light, the Blackbeard of old in the heart of the night. The king is divided, the king is ashore, but the spirit of teach is at sea evermore. Ho, hey, strike the bell, the pirate who came back from the gale. is a sliver and the fog is a wall. You can hear the old captain give a long, lonely call. A toast to the rebels, a toast to the wild, to every poor sailor and the ocean's own child. We're all of us shadows, we're all of us dust, but the name of the monster is something to trust. As long as there's water, as long as there's gale, the ghost of the captain is setting his sail. So raise up a glass to the ghost in the mist, the one whom the devil has already kissed. He's sailing forever on a ship made of light, the Blackbeard of old in the heart of the night. The king is divided, the king is ashore, but the spirit of teaches at sea evermore.